Dollar tumbles as markets anticipate aggressive Fed rate cuts. Overview. Dollar continues downward slide amid growing rate cut expectations. Market attention shifts to potential nominees for Federal Reserve leadership. Bank of England poised for interest rate reduction on Thursday. New York, August 6, Reuters. The dollar slumped on Wednesday, while the euro climbed to a one-week peak, as investors increasingly wagered that the Federal Reserve will implement more interest rate reductions than previously anticipated this year, following July's disappointing employment figures. With Wednesday's calendar lacking major U.S. economic announcements, traders remained fixated on deciphering the implications of Friday's employment report. Sign up here. https://www.reuters.com World Dollar Falls Traders Bet More Rate Cuts 2025-086 Undefined Location Article Paragraph Redirect URL Forward Middle East Dollar Falls Traders Bet More Rate Cuts 2025-086. July's job growth fell short of expectations, and more alarmingly, the non-farm payrolls figures for the previous 2 months underwent a substantial downward revision. www.reuters.com/world U.S. labor market cracks widen job growth hit stall speed 2025-08-01 of 258,000 positions, indicating a significant deterioration in labor market health. The American currency plunged dramatically following the report, erasing gains from what had been a comparatively robust July, the first month of 2025 in which the dollar index had registered an increase. We witnessed the first dollar rally during Trump's second administration, and many analysts believed it might have staying power. But I think Friday's employment data effectively ended that momentum, explained Mark Chandler, chief market strategist at Bannockburn Global Forex in New York. The renewed speculation about not just a September rate cut, but an additional reduction before year-end has effectively capped the dollar's rebound. According to the CME Group's FedWatch tool, futures traders are now assigning an 89% likelihood of a 25 basis point cut at the Fed's September meeting, up dramatically from 48% just 1 week ago. In aggregate, market participants anticipate 58 basis points in reductions before year-end. Minneapolis Fed President Neil Kashkari indicated on Wednesday that the Federal Reserve might need to lower interest rates soon in response to America's decelerating economy, despite lingering uncertainty about whether tariffs will continue to drive inflation higher. The dollar extended its Friday decline after U.S. President Donald Trump dismissed a senior Labor Department official alleging manipulation of economic data. The dollar index was down 0.33% for the day at 98.41, having touched 98.36, its lowest point since July 28. On Friday, it recorded a massive 1.35% drop, marking its steepest single-day decline since April. Meanwhile, the euro strengthened by 0.47% to 1.1628, reaching as high as 1.1636, its strongest position since July 28. The European currency had posted an impressive 1.48% gain on Friday. But here's where it gets interesting. Investors are now intensely focused on Trump's anticipated nomination to fill an upcoming vacancy on the Federal Reserve's Board of Governors, as well as potential candidates for the next Fed chair position. On Tuesday, Trump announced he would decide on a nominee. https://www.reuters.com/Trump set fill Fed-vacancy by week's end has narrowed chair search for 2025-08-05 to replace outgoing Fed Governor Adriana Kugler by week's end, while separately narrowing potential replacements for Fed Chair Jerome Powell to a short list of 4 candidates. Trump revealed he has reduced his list of Powell replacements to economic advisor Kevin Hassett, former Fed Governor, and Trump supporter Kevin Warsh, and 2 additional individuals. Though Trump didn't identify these other candidates, one is widely believed to be current Fed Governor Christopher Waller. From our analysis, Warsh appears to be the most hawkish of the 3 contenders, while Waller clearly stands as the most dovish, having dissented during the last FOMC meeting. Consequently, any shift in probabilities toward the latter would likely prove bearish for the dollar. Matthew Ryan, head of market strategy at eBri, noted in a commentary. Against the Japanese yen, the dollar declined 0.21% to 147.3. On Friday, it had plummeted 2.24% against the Japanese currency, representing its largest daily drop since January 2023. The greenback trimmed earlier gains versus the yen after Taro Kono, a prominent candidate for Japan's next prime minister, stated that Japan must balance its budget and encourage the central bank to increase interest rates. https://reuters.com/Japan's veteran lawmaker/Kono urges BOJ/raise rates 2025-0866 to address concerns about the nation's financial stability. In contrast, ruling party heavyweight Ken Saito told Reuters that the Bank of Japan should exercise caution. https://www.reuters.com Bank of Japan ruling party heavyweight warns against BOJ rate hike 2025-0806. Regarding interest rate hikes, given the anticipated impact of U.S. tariffs on Japan's already vulnerable economy. The British pound appreciated 0.19% to 1.3323 ahead of Thursday's Bank of England meeting, where policymakers are expected to reduce interest rates by 25 basis points. In the cryptocurrency market, Bitcoin gained 0.56% to reach 114,293. What's your take on these currency movements? Do you believe the dollar's weakness signals a fundamental shift in market sentiment, or is this merely a temporary correction? And how might Trump's Fed nominations reshape America's monetary policy landscape? Share your thoughts in the comments below. Reporting by Karen Bertel. Additional reporting by Amanda Cooper and Ray Wee. Editing by Amelia Sithole Maturiz. Our standards. The Thomson Reuters Trust Principles. Opens new tab. File signs about the thomsonreuters.com/trustprinciples.html.